I mean, that's partly my job. I have a view. I hate to use the word vision, but I do have a vision. I know exactly what I want. That's why everyone is going, what the fuck's the table? Fucking hologram. And I think eventually you have to say, honestly, shut the fuck up. You can bleep me if you like. Part of the job as a director is you've got to just stand your ground saying, this is what I want, fuck off, and that's it. Then now they're going, oh, that's great.
Pups are saying.
But that's part of the job. I mean, it doesn't matter. What I notice is it doesn't matter how experienced you get. I've got more films in this goddamn building, and 3 in, I think, the Library of Congress, and people still go, what are you doing that for? It gets really annoying. You think I'd have earned the right now to do, have something. But you don't. I think that's what's interesting about the business. You're in a constant state of somebody saying, why are you doing that? And usually they're really inexperienced or just fundamentally stupid. And you say, I'm doing it because. See that going down the well, isn't that great? And I have the rain dropping through it. So the whole thing becomes a visual, really nice visual experience. So you feel you're living it. The Bradbury building, I was told, was a cliche, and millions of TV series have been made in it. And eventually you just stop listening. You can't listen. They're not inside my head. And I discovered that very early on from many, many commercials. Your job as a director is to dictate what you want. Okay, that's the job. As a producer, one of my hardest problems is finding a director who has that assertive quality and has a vision. It's one of the biggest problems to find that. The director with a vision, who will stick with it and knows how to get it, right? My, not so much problem or battle, it's more my job at that moment was to be as user-friendly as possible in terms of knowing what I'm going for is fairly outrageous, and therefore leading people down that path to understand the world we're going into. So even if you don't understand it, just back off, let me do it, and actually everything will be fine. And that's, again, a quality you learn from just doing millions of commercials, lots of advertising agencies, lots of negotiations. And so is the job political as a director? Absolutely. The idea of the lights, which were also a big deal, where these are the details, I'm saying, no, I want horizontal lights coming through the apartments. Why? And I would then say, because, you want me to be logical about it? Because we have air traffic in the city, and because we have tall buildings, very tall buildings, and there's some kind of governing systems that, let's say, don't allow a car to crash. Or certainly, I don't think the legalities will ever happen where you have air traffic in a city like this. But for the purpose of this film, it would be that all the buildings have beacons on them. And when the beacons, they say, yeah, but they start to get logical. So the beacons spin inwards onto its own apartment block. I said, no, it's the building opposite. Oh, now this becomes irritating when I have to start describing and justifying things, because I know how it's going to turn out. On film, it's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to put a sound on it. So you put a sound for light. So they say, sound for light. I said, yes, I want a sound for light. As you earn the right, you explain less. Because otherwise, why are we paid, to do that? If you want something special, you got to let me run. And that's the way to put it, really. It's not conceited, it's a fact. It's like, you can't lock down Jim Cameron, you can't lock down Steven Spielberg, you've got to let them fly a little bit.